got back from doing that ultimate fuel run with the bus, and I'm gonna tell y'all for real, that's not the move, man, for a lot of different reasons. But watch the video and I'll talk about some more after it's done. Alright, y'all always know I'm up to something weird. Today, I'm doing something I ain't never did before. Let's drive a school bus. Look at that. But this ain't your regular school bus. This is something different. It's a propane bus. Got it hooked up to all the nozzles. And they gave me an adapter. I wonder how much this thing is going to take to fill up. It's just your regular old school bus. Hot, no AC, all the kiddie seats. What is this? Oh, so you can put the little kids up in there. That's cool. This is definitely a bus for, this bus is going to Washington State. And it's definitely set up to go to a northern state. It's got buttons in here, look. Heated stairwell. It's a heater for what? I don't know, seat heater? Oh, a seat maybe, not mid. Yeah, that's all it look like, seat heaters. Loose pump, I don't know, strobe light, but yeah, the stairwell heater was what I was tripping on. But, oh damn, they got a heater for the step that comes sliding out too. Huh. Crazy. Wow. So I'm a bus driver. Drive this thing 2,000 miles. Hopefully, which I don't think it's gonna do, but hopefully it does 65 miles an hour. So I want to get this thing across and on to something else. Wanted to try it, so here we go, y'all. We done made it. It's the middle of nowhere, Kansas. A little further than I was. And there's a guy down the road that's got that LPG gas that I need for this. And trying to get this, waiting for this guy to wake up. But one thing about this bus that I really truly don't understand is they put a V8 in here. This is going up where there's tons of mountains, you know, up in Washington State. Put a V8 in the damn thing. And there's like no turbo or nothing, you know, so it's like, how is this thing gonna act when it's got a bus full of kids going uphill? I don't know. I mean, it doesn't do a good job of just me in it. I don't know. Whoever ordered this, I would send this thing back, because after a while, last night, after a few hills, and we're not even in the big stuff yet, but even just in those little hills I was in, it started to have issues keeping up. What the heck is this pump? Oh, it's the heater maybe. Yeah, it's probably the heater. Yeah, this thing is different. I don't know what size motor that is. I'm gonna try to figure out what size that is, but that ain't gonna do it. That ain't enough. It couldn't, I don't know, just couldn't keep its speed or nothing. But it's clean though. Let's get back to it. Place in the middle of nowhere. It's the owner right there. Real cool, man. Just called him up, pulled right up, and he got me right. Call this Chiefs. Hey, old prison. Check it out. Good morning. Yo, man. Woke up and I'm all the way here in Utah. Look at this place. It's another guy that I met right here doing the same thing I'm doing. Funny enough, guy is from Orlando also, and he has his own truck too. And we're moving these buses. But that's not what I want to even go in about. Last night I was about 2.5 hours, hour and a half away from this place. Called and said, hey, I'll be there in an hour and a half. Will there be somebody to load propane, in my bus? I said, yeah, if you get here by 11:45, we got a guy that'll be here to load up your bus. I said, cool. So I get here at 11:35. Pull into the lot right here, this entranceway over here. And I see this dude leaving with the Love's mechanic kind of shirt on and this big jacked up pickup truck. And I was on the phone with one of my buddies and I said, I guarantee you that was dude leaving early because he knew I was coming. And I pulled in, hit the call button. They was like, oh yeah, we ain't got nobody here to do propane, And they don't realize how bad I went and talked to the manager and everything, and I just, spoke to him about it. I said, I wouldn't call and say I'd be here at a certain time or, ask if I wasn't going to be here. You don't realize when you do something like that, how you put somebody out. Like, you really messed me up because now I'm in the middle of nowhere, low propane, and nowhere to go, This hotel, they want $200 a night for that hotel. Didn't want to spend it, but I was like, forget it, I'm gonna have to do what I gotta do. But guess what? They ain't got no rooms. So I had to make a cot in here. I could have went back down like 10 miles to another place and all that. I just didn't feel like it, man. I could have tried to push a little further up the road, but I didn't feel like it. I ended up sleeping last night, across here. All because someone wanted to go home 10 minutes early. I mean, it's the manager, I'm about to holler at him about it. So I talked to the manager about the guy that pulled that stunt on me last night. He tells me, the guy lives literally like a mile down the street from where we are right now. And I told him that one of the ladies that was working here texted him, was like, hey, the bus is here. She ain't respond, or he ain't respond or nothing. I said, boy, some people, man. Look, just to leave work a half an hour early, just so he didn't have to do it. I mean, it took us all of, I don't know, 7 minutes to fill this thing up. Crazy. Yep, so I just got back from that run, and there's a part on there that I didn't get a chance to record because I didn't know. I mean, I really had no clue. But when me and the other guy, we got to Boise, Idaho, and the buses wouldn't take propane. We went to 3 different places, and the buses would not take propane. Now it's like 90 degrees outside, hot as all can be, but it was hot the day before, and we were getting fuel just fine. We went to get fuel, 2 different buses, neither one of them would take propane. I also had some other little issues with the bus, but quite honestly, I wouldn't buy one. I wouldn't spend my money on it. I definitely wouldn't feel comfortable with my kids living in like Seattle, Washington, or Canada or something like that, where those buses were going, and riding a bus like that, because it has no power to get out of its own way, even when you're just driving it by yourself, not loaded up with kids. So I just don't, and then the other part is, as you've seen, I had the story about the guy not wanting to fill it up with propane. There's not a lot of places to fill propane. And on top of that, if you're, moving around from like midnight till 6, you're definitely not getting it. You know, after 5 p.m., a lot of places you're not getting it either. So for me, it's kind of like with the electric car deal. For me, is we're just not ready for all that stuff yet. I can see a propane. I get what they're trying to do with it, but it just doesn't have the power you would want. I just don't. I would. When it comes, for me, it's about like safety. If I got kids in there, I'm trying to go up a hill and I'm only doing 12 miles an hour and every other vehicle is doing 50 miles an hour. I'm in the way. I don't know. It's just things that I just don't feel that would put somebody in a bad position. So I'm gonna go with no. Nope. Well, I think I know what it felt like to be in Radiator Springs. It's nothing out here. Just went and ate at this little cafe. It's best food in town. Yep. Stool bus. And I'm driving a school bus.